Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Friday the 10th of October 2025. I hope you are keeping well. I've got one more game for you today. That's going to be the New York Times hard level Sudoku Puzzle. I did play the Guardian earlier on this morning, actually. Was it? Yes, it was this morning, yeah. This is my last birthday game I'll be playing today. Thank you for the birthday messages in the from the earlier game. What's going on here? What's going on in the world, rather? The Donald Trump revenge tour is on its latest leg, and it's apparently stopping at Letitia James, the prosecutor who took Trump to court over his business shadiness and where he was found liable. And of course, he hated that. Of course he did, but he was found liable, and he can never accept any truth or responsibility, and so of course all he can do is get his own back, or as he sees it, try to get his own back. We have yet to see whether or not it will be successful, like of course the Comey case. Whether or not it will be successful is a consideration. I don't think that either of them will be, but who knows with the way the US is going, who knows with its increasing fascicization, who knows where it's headed. Anyway, let's get on with our game of Sudoku, something we can control rather than something we can't do much about as individuals. And so let's get on with the game, shall we? Oh no, I was about to tell you I found a pair, but I had not found a pair. What I found was 7 in those squares and 9 in those squares. I thought I'd found a pair of 7 and 9 there, but it was not true. But we do have 7 and 9 in those squares there. So the reason I see that is because the 7 and 9 across here, a 7 there and 9 up there and a 7 there, if you're wondering. So I have to look for something else. Here we go, 5 blocking across this way and this way, so we'll get 5 up there. Oh, ghost in the printer again. The printer's decided to do its, I don't know what it does, its little dance that it does. My printer from time to time does a small dance where it whirs and gyrates and stuff. Let's see what's going on with these 5s here. We've got 5 blocking like that, so 5 is in one of these 2 squares blocking across here, 5 blocking across here, and 5 blocking down. Yeah, indeed, there is a 5 that we can get there. I thought there was. I suspected that there was, but I wasn't quite sure until I drew it out. Is this 1248 here? 1248, is that right number of numbers? Right number of digits? I believe it is. And are we missing 1, 2, 4, and 8? I think we are. Yep, okay, and 1, 2, and 8 all attack that square there, so that's going to be a 4. Are you doing better than me here? You probably are. So I think I'm just going to go around the numbers and see what I can see. And if anything looks nice, I'll point it out to you. Definitely we've got 1 in those squares there. Because 1 is limited to these squares like this, right? So 1 is here because of 1 blocking up there. We've got 1 there as well. Obviously this one here, but okay. Ah, 2 and 3 up here, 2 and 3 across there. So that means that that's a pair of 2 and 3 in those squares. These squares then are not 2 or 3. They must be 1, 4, 6, 8. 1, 4, 6, 8. And guess what? 1, 4 and 8 are here. That's a 6. And then 1, 4 and 8 are in those squares there. And they certainly can be without any problems as far as I can see. Okay, let's start again. Oh, I said 1s were in those squares, right? This is 2 and 3. 1, 4, any news on 4? No, and 8. No. Okay, sorry, I'm talking to myself again. Just ignore me for a while. Sounds to me like it might be gently raining outside on this Bangkok evening. Just a little. Just looking at where we can put 9s. 9s are like this. Alright, looks like the easy stuff might be done already. That's pretty quick. I was hoping for a little bit more easy stuff there. It was not to be, I guess. Or maybe it's there and I can't see it, as is often the case. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? I think I should put in some pencil marks to finish the game, because otherwise it might go on for a ridiculous amount of time, and I'm not prepared to inflict that pain on you. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish the game now with pencil marks. Just 1 second. Hold on, something I just realised I haven't checked. Are we looking for 4, 5, 6, 7 down here? 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we are. 4, 5, 6, 7. We are indeed. How about that? 4, 5, 7. All attacking that square there. It's got to be a 6. Then 6 blocks across there. That'll give us 6 in that square. And then we've got the 4 blocking here, the 7 blocking here, and the 5 blocking there. Didn't manage to get a couple of them. Right, now let's see what's missing up here then. So we're looking for 7, 8, 9, I guess. And 7, 8, 9, of course, are in different columns. Of course they are. 7, 8, 9 over here. These are not. This has to be 1, 2, 3 in these squares. Not so sure about that. I'm going to have one quick look around, and then I'm going to finish the game off with pencil marks. So otherwise I'm just delaying, which is not good. All right, let's not wait any longer. So I said 7s are in those squares there. I said 8s are in those squares there. And I said that 9s are in those squares there. And there's a lot more stuff that we know already. For example, we definitely know that 1s are in those squares there, and these squares here, and those squares there. For sure. And of course, since 1s are not in those squares there, they must be in those 2 squares there. Now I said before 2 and 3 block across here, 2 and 3 block up here, so that's a pair of 2 and 3 in those squares there. And that's also going to put 2 and 3 up here, but I can't see anything blocking either of those, so I'm going to put them in because it is a straight line, and we've got 7s in those squares there from the 7s blocking across. We've also got 9 blocking across here and up here. It gives me a pair of 9s as candidates there, and it puts 9s into those squares there. This is all from memory anyway. Alright, as I said, I know there's a lot of things, a lot of information that we have already. 5 is in these squares here. And 8, oh that's it, 8 blocking across there, so that's a pair of 5 and 8. In fact, it's not, because we've got 8 blocking down here, 8 blocking up here. There it is, okay, so that's an 8 and that's a 5. That ought to help us a bit. So then the 8s will be a pair actually in those squares there. We've got a pair of 8s down here. And our 5s will be in those squares there, as well as these squares over here. Anything else going on? I should re-examine this. So we've got 4 blocking across here and across here. That's going to give us a 4 in that square now, and the missing digits here are 3 and 9, I guess. Any help on 3 or 9? No, let's put them in 3 and 9 there, but now 3s must be up there. And the missing numbers are what, 1 and 2? 2 blocking down there, so that's the 2s. And the 1s could still go anywhere, I think. 3, 9, what's missing here? 2. Okay, let's go through the digits a bit more carefully, shall we? See if we can find any more pairs. Fours are somewhere there. Six down there somewhere. Oops, a pair of 7s in those squares. Just looking at what's missing in this column, I just realised this is 7 and 4 missing in this column, right? So 4 blocking here, that's going to be the 4. This must be a 7, this must be 9, and this must be 7 down here, which will give us 7 in that square, and we can delete that candidate, and then we'll be left with a pair of 7s in those squares over there. Right. Missing numbers up here are 1 and 6, I think. So that means that this can't be a 1 anymore. We'll remove that candidate and we'll place a 1 in this square here. And it also means that this has to be a 6, because this 6 obviously blocks that square there. So that's our 6. We know we've got 2 and 3 in these squares here, so this has to be an 8, which gives us 8 in that square there. 9 is there, and 7 is there. 7 in this square here. Is that our completed digit? Yes, it is. 7 is our first finished number. Missing number up here is going to be 4. Put the 4 in, which means that can't be a 4, so let's get rid of it and put the 4 there instead. And the missing number here is going to be 8, I think. So that means this has to be 8 because that's the only 8 in this column, if you notice. 8's here and here. So that must be our 8. This can't be an 8 there. Right, shall we look again? Where are we now? Anything new emerged? 1, 2... Got a pair of 4s there now. Didn't have before. Six blocking down here and down there will give us 6 in that square and eliminate that candidate 6 there. Pair of 9s down there now, and a pair of 9s there. And I think that's it for the pair work, is it? I think so. So we'll just put in the extra numbers. For example, the 1 is missing in this block here. The 2 is missing in this block here. Let's put that in. Then there's a little bit to be done down here. What do we know? 1, 2, 3. Do we know anything about digit 3 in this block? I think we don't. So let's stick it in. 4, 5, 6 blocks across there. So 6 candidates in those squares there. 7, 8, 9. We are now done. Let's have a quick look down here. See if we can find anything. 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 8. Not really. Okay, so 2 blocks across here. That'll give us 2s in those squares there. 3. What do we know about 3? 3 has to be in one of these 2 squares because we've got 3 limited here and there. So 3 has got to be in those squares there. And the other missing number is 5. So no, it's not. It's 9. Sorry. 9. Where are you? There you go. There's a 9, which could still go anywhere, I think. So 9's in those squares there. 2, 3, 3, 9. That's not good. And 2, 3, 9 there. Okay, we've got one more block to go. Let's finish it off. 2 blocks down here and across there. So possible places where it could go there. 3 blocks down here. Possible places left. Those squares. 4 blocks like this and like this. Could be there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Okay, we are all done. 6, 7, 8, 4. Where are you? There you are. 3, 9, 3, 9. Okay, so this can't be 3 or 9. Must be a 6. Let's put you in and let's put a 6 down here as well, and we'll get rid of these candidates that we can't use anymore. And 6 should be finished. There we go. 6 blocking up here. So that's our 6 there. And this must be a 1. So we'll get rid of those 1s there, which leaves us with a 2 there, 1 in that square, 3 in that square. And a 9 down here. So we'll get rid of that candidate 9 there before we do anything else. And we're left with 3, 4, 5 here. Okay. Our 3, 9 that we mentioned before, it's getting noisy outside, got to get rid of that 3 there. Right, let's see, come on, where are you? 1 blocks across here, in fact that's got to be a 2 now. And the 1 must be in that square, the 8 goes there, that's the 8, there's our 9. 9 there, 3 there. 2 down the bottom, 3 at the top, 2 up there, 3, 9. Sorry about the motorbike revving in the background. What can you do? Not much if you live in Bangkok. Get rid of these 3s, shall we? Just to avoid confusion. Right, what's left to get? Still need a 1. Can I get the 1s? Not sure. Can I get the 2s? Still need a 2. Yep, we got 2 blocking there, so that's going to be a 4 in fact, and the 2 must be there. This is a 5, there's a 1. Back over here for the 5. 4, 3. Up here 4. There's a 1. I think this could be it. Yep, that's it. That's our New York Times. So just a matter of spotting that pair of 3 and 9 down here to finish off the game. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you over the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.